Washington Union Station. Feels like it's been forever since I've last been here. And it is here that a new Fumo venture begins, right here in the nation's capital. So why am I visiting DC, even though I live in the Intermountain West? Well, I'm visiting family this entire week. Something pretty important is happening on Wednesday. Something we've been waiting a couple of years for. But that doesn't mean, in the meantime, that I can't get a little fun in our nation's capital. You see here with me right now a Fumo of Kasen Ibaraki. I'll see if I can't find that video for you and link it in the description below. But there's one thing I want to see, and I figured, since in the Toho lore, Kasen really likes animals, thought I'd bring her along to the National Zoo. Few things we have to do first, though. And thankfully, it's a one-seat ride from here on Metro's Red Line. Check it out. It's a red panda just going about its business. That is so awesome. And on my way to see the giant pandas, I catch sight of elephants going about their business. You wouldn't happen to have any in your senkai, would you, Kasen? Yeah, she's not talking. So here's that same red panda from before. It's just finished itself a snack. And now, wonder what it's looking for. I can never really tell what's going through any animal's mind, really. But it's still pretty cute to watch. Now, they say the red pandas are closer to foxes, whereas the giant pandas we hopefully see in a moment actually are bears. Guess it's not quite ready to quote-unquote go home yet. So those giant pandas were just sleeping. They do that sometimes. Anyway, let's move along to the rest of the zoo, shall we? I'm now inside the Elephant Community Center. Apparently, this building, as it now stands, was built in the 1930s as the Pachyderm House, replacing a previously built building simply called the Elephant House. These elephants are coming in after having had a little fun in the sun, if you can call it that even in winter. Hey, look, everyone. Kasen's trying to become a meerkat. Just kidding. Get a load of this. One dwarf mongoose is trying to get some exercise, while the other is just off doing its own thing. Now we've got some actual meerkats. They're doing their own thing, just running around, being cute. You want a meerkat manor closer to home? This is it.
No, we have to recreate it.
Now I'm out in front of the reptile house, and there was a portico here at one point, but now it's been suffering water damage for so long they had to take it in for repairs. Here's what it looked like when it was still up. Like I said, they're doing restoration work on it now. No idea when it's coming back. But these tortoises form the bases of the pillars. here's one frog Cherno isn't gonna freeze anytime soon. Isn't that right? Now this was unexpected. A whole exhibit dedicated to bees. But with what's been happening in the news lately concerning bees, you know,
Yes.
how colonies have been dying off and so forth, I think this feels kind of appropriate. A lot of our foods are pollinated by bees. So I think it's more important now than ever to save their habitats. Incidentally, my cousins Nat and Tim, they keep bees in their spare time. Ah, yes, the Amazonia exhibit. I remember this one school trip. I want to say it was 4th or 5th grade, probably 4th, when this, I believe, was brand new. This would have been like the early 90s when this was originally opened. Let's go inside. Here's another frog we need to make sure Cherno doesn't freeze. And 2 more. Other assorted amphibians. But yeah. Come on, Cherno, don't exacerbate the amphibian troubles, for lack of a better word. Suwako would appreciate it. All of humanity would appreciate it. Well, we're almost to the end of this Fumo venture. I know it was more venture and not as much Fumo, but still. Behind me is the birdhouse. Now, as with many other buildings here at the National Zoo, this isn't the original birdhouse. In fact, that decorative column piece you saw a moment ago, that was taken from the original building. So, without further ado, let's go in. Well, that's all for the zoo. It's about half an hour till closing anyway. But there's one thing left I need to go and look at. It's a little further north on Connecticut Ave, vis-a-vis the zoo. See you there. So to end today's adventure, you see down there, ahead of you, the Klingle Valley Trail, which connects to Rock Creek Park. Up here, on the other hand, are these light poles. Thank you, Tom from Trains Are Awesome, for pointing these out in your DC streetcar history video. Go check out his channel, Trains Are Awesome. Anyway, the reason these lampposts are taller than the lights themselves because they used to carry the trolley wires. Although DC streetcars were known for their in-ground power collection, that was only within downtown DC proper. Once you got away from all the federal buildings, they'd switch to trolley wires overhead. Anyway, this is Brian, and the Kasen Fumo. Let me get that receipt out of there. Signing off.